Welcome to episode number 8 of my Road to DipWSET video analysis. Over the next 12 weeks, I'll be evaluating 12 amazing wines according to the WSET systematic approach to tasting. By using the SAT, I'll be able to assess the wine's quality as well as its readiness for drinking. I started these vlogs in a hope to encourage you to make donations towards my educational campaign. The funds that are generated through this campaign will help me enroll for the Diploma in Wines through WSET, which is an expert wine diploma. The cost of the diploma is quite a hefty fee, and without your help, it's a dream of mine which will never turn into a reality. Donations towards the campaign can be made through Back a Buddy. All the links are available across my social media pages. I'd like to extend a massive thank you to all of you who have already stepped forward to make a donation towards this campaign, and to all these producers that have been kind enough to sponsor the wines for these videos. To make donating worth your while, I'll be including a bottle of each of the wines that I taste over this 12-week period into a mixed case of 12, which you can get your hands on. All you need to do is make a donation towards my campaign. So without further delay, how's about I introduce wine number 8 to you, the Maastricht Merlot 2019. Maastricht is situated out in Durbanville, and Durbanville, although boasting some prestigious wine estates, is somewhat of a lesser known wine district in South Africa. With all those rolling hills as well as different soil types, slopes, aspects, altitude and exposure, Durbanville is a prime area for the production of world-class wines. I, like many other people out there, haven't given Durbanville a fair chance to try and convince my palate of the quality of wine one can find on the northern outskirts of Cape Town. But things changed the minute I was introduced to the Lowe family and their estate, Maastricht. The Lowe family have been cultivating vineyards for the last 35 years and are recognized as some of the top wine growers in South Africa. In 2010, after years of selling their premium grapes onto producers around the Western Cape, they decided to start their very own wine label. What really gives Maastricht the edge compared to a lot of other producers out there is the location. The farm is one of the highest situated properties in the Durbanville wine valley, and being only 10 kilometers off from the ocean is going to play a massive role in the quality of growth as well as production. During the very hot harvest months, cool winds sweep through the Durbanville Valley, helping grape varietals retain that natural acidity. And this will give way to those fresh, vibrant, fruity wines which the region is very well known for. The farm was named by the very first settlers in South Africa. These settlers searched for land with the ambition to establish agriculture close to the Cape Colony. The land's very rich clay soils reminded them so much of home that they named the land Maastricht, which is named after the city Maastricht in the Netherlands. Clay happens to be the perfect soil type for the growth of Merlot. This is because clay soils are incredibly high in nutrients and also excellent at water retention, which Merlot absolutely loves because it does best with a constant supply of water throughout the growing season. Tastelot took over the winemaking duties from his father in 2015 after he returned from doing harvest in Saint-Emilion, Bordeaux, France, which is well known for premium Merlot, and also the Napa Valley in California, gathering a world of experience as well as knowledge which shows through his wines today. Taste was brought up in the vineyards, so grape growing, understanding the different soil types, and also winemaking run deep in his veins. He is also a true ambassador for the Durbanville wine valley, and I can't wait to see what he's got in store for all of us in the next few years. Merlot, in my opinion, doesn't get the recognition it rightfully deserves. The grape varietal will play a crucial role in many flagship blends, but can also stand proudly on its own. Merlot is what I call a gateway wine. It's a wine which you can easily introduce to somebody who's just starting their wine journey. A wine which is known for its smooth, seductive drinkability as well as its approachable style. With a flavor profile of red and black fruit, as well as softer tannins and a subtle finish, Merlot will always have a Moorish characteristic about itself. So all I'm trying to encourage is that us as wine drinkers give credit where credit is due, and I believe that Merlot as a grape varietal is entitled to a lot of it. Let's take a look at an example. Ted over here represents Cabernet Sauvignon, the king of the black grape varietals, second to none. The woman over here represents our palates, long seduced by the complexity and flavor concentration of Cabernet Sauvignon. What we fail to recognize at first in this picture is that Ted wouldn't be nearly as approachable as it looks over here if it wasn't for his wingman, Barney. Barney in this example represents Merlot. The people in the back over here are beer drinkers and are not applicable to this example. The addition of Merlot will add body and texture to the wine. It also softens the tannic backbone and rounds off the very harsh acidity which is often associated with Cabernet Sauvignon. So, drop all the fuss because Merlot is a must. That being said, how's about we crack on with that evaluation? Okay, so now that I've evaluated the wine, let's take a look at these notes. The color of this Merlot is relatively translucent, so I gave it a color of medium ruby. On the nose, I said that the wine carries a medium plus aroma intensity with aromas of mulberry, blueberry, ripe black plum, as well as strawberry jam and touches of herbaceousness and cedar. Taste gets great balance between the fruit profile of the Merlot and touches of spice offered by the oak. Because I could pick up primary and secondary aromas on the nose, I said that the wine is a developing wine. On the palate, I said that the wine is dry, that it carries a medium plus acidity, a medium plus tannic structure, has a high alcohol, and a medium plus body. I gave the wine a medium plus flavor intensity, with flavors of red currant, some cooked cranberry, sour cherry, black plum, bell pepper, and a hint of cocoa. As I expected, the Merlot over here carries a very succulent and flavorsome drinkability. Because of the minimum fining and filtering process going into the wine carries an excellent texture on the palate. When it comes to assessment of quality on wines, we use the Blick system, where we score the wine on its balance, its length, its intensity, as well as complexity. For the Maastricht Merlot 2019, I gave the wine a point for balance, a point for length, half a point for intensity, and half a point for complexity, therefore giving the wine an overall quality assessment of very good. For the readiness of drinking, I said that the wine drinks well now, but has potential for further aging. And this brings us to the conclusion of episode number 8. Before I love and leave you, I'd like to remind you all that there's no standard when it comes to your enjoyment for wine. And remember, be kind and drink good wine. Now that's tasty.